46.
Okay.
So come and eat me. Come and eat. I wonder.
Okay. We're going over the possible ways to. Okay, let's do some review first, because that's what we're doing about the different ways to sin. But we need to do some review just to go over, just to build a case. We need to have to build our argument. Okay, what?
Daddy, is there any cooking food or any different flavors?
Huh?
Is there any cooking food or different flavors?
For what?
Spiritual food?
Oh. I think there's different ways. Yeah, like music.
Different flavors of a different topic for
actually
each.
Reading. There's also
So
artwork.
I think chicken is
and poetry
reading the Bible. Chicken is reading the Bible.
Oh, whatever. No, don't do it like that. It's talking about chicken and apple and rice and cereal and ice cream.
Ice cream is reading.
No.
Ice cream is praising God.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
First, let's establish what this is all about.
Okay.
This is all about what? All of this. Everything we talking about. Every single thing that we talking about. No. Everything.
Temptation.
No, everything.
Temptation and
okay. I'll give it away if I change the question, but I'm going to say it again. What is this all about?
Your brother?
No, I'm talking about the whole thing. All of
knowledge.
this. No, all of it. Every single thing.
Okay, temptation and knowledge and brothers and meat and...
No, I'm talking about even other stuff that we haven't talked about. What is all of this about? Yeah.
Yay! I did it!
No, I'm saying, yes, the Bible. What is the Bible about?
God.
Yes.
Praising God.
Yes, God.
Spirits.
God, yes. It's about Him. Okay?
I said that.
God's about God.
Yeah, I didn't hear you say it. You just got to speak up. You got to sit up for the third time.
Third. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Now.
What's something more?
Yeah, 'cause that's all.
All of this is about God. And who is God?
Not an idol.
Yeah, He is. He's the idol. He is the God.
He's the Lord.
He's the only true one.
Yes, the only true one. Now, what makes Him that?
What He can
Do?
What He can do? Are you sure?
Wait,
What about what He has done?
yeah, what He has done, not what He can do.
Even before He sent His Son.
Oh.
What He can do as well, yes, because He never changes. So, whatever He did before, whatever He was able to do before, He can still do now. So, when you think about somebody that's in charge, right? You imagine that you're below them, right? And that you are to honor them in whatever they say, right? Mm-hmm. Because they're in charge. So just that fact alone makes Him worthy of praise, right?
Mm-hmm.
That we in worship
He's in charge.
and honor Him, right? Because just because He's God, right?
Don't you have here? so we can speak.
Anyway.
Okay.
You want to speak louder?
Huh?
You want to speak louder?
About what?
Do you want to speak louder?
No.
Okay.
Why you say that?
You're listening to yourself.
What are you about to do?
Remember what I said about your voice? And how it sounded like the micro.
What?
Where is it anyway?
It's in there.
Get it.
Okay. Okay. Literally, what to do it?
Yeah, be quiet.
Okay.
Listen. We've already established who God is, right?
Yes.
Now, and that He's in charge, right?
Yes.
And that we are obligated to worship Him because He is in charge, right?
Yes.
That's our relationship with Him.
Yeah.
He is the head,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
And we are the body.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
You forgot what you was gonna say.
no, it's just I had to swallow in. It's just my neck, my sinuses is doing something. Okay. Okay, now, when someone is in charge and they have others following them, the boss normally has rules, right? And whoever's following are to obey those rules, right?
Yes.
Now, do we understand what those rules are? Do we clearly understand them? That's what we're going to go over. And then, after we go over them, then we're going to go over ways that we can go with them and go against those rules. Okay?
Wait to hear the bad. I can't.
You're dreading to hear the bad stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, I feel like I got bad.
I feel bad.
Oh, to go doo-doo?
Yeah.
What did you drink or eat?
I ate chocolate stuff.
Oh, you ate
Peanut butter.
you just ate doo-doo looking stuff.
Ew.
Well, it did.
And I ate peanut butter, so.
Yeah, doo-doo looking stuff.
And I eat chocolate Pop-Tarts.
Okay.
No.
Anyway,
Scares me.
yeah. So now, let's go over what they are. First.
Ow, you should do that in the microphone, see how that sounds.
You did it on the microphone.
That's
Oh yeah. Remember you asked a question about Jews?
yeah.
The Torah, 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 is their Bible. Just like Muslims have the Quran.
Yeah.
What's the Quran?
That's the only one I remember is the Quran.
Some people
And
say
the scrolls.
some people say Quran. Well, everybody has scrolls. That's what they used to write on back then. Traditional Jewish sources assume that the Torah had a single author and represents a coherent narrative. According to traditional sources, Exodus 20 represents God's first inscription of the Ten Commandments. Most importantly, an entire corpus of law is revealed to Moses and the children of Israel at Mount Sinai and during their wanderings in the desert. Therefore, the children of Israel already possessed this law when all the tribes entered the land of Canaan together, forming a loose tribal alliance until the formation of a kingdom around 1000 BCE.
So they believe in God?
Yeah. And then, because I don't know exactly, I'm still not 100% sure on how everything was put together with the Old and New Testament and everything, but there was a point where it was just the Old Testament, and the Old Testament was called the Torah before the New Testament was added on. And if somewhere it said nothing is to be added or deleted from it, before the New Testament was added, then that's why they don't believe in Jesus and all the other New Testament, because it was, added to it. But I'm not exactly sure if that's true or not, because the Bible does say that. I just don't know if it said it originally before the New Testament was added or what.
So, Daddy, I have one question for you. When do our spirits get really hungry?
Especially when you haven't been in the Word and you haven't been praying for a long time, which a lot of people do and have done. And what I'm trying to get us to do is to not do that, to stay in the Word, and also when bad things happen, just like if you haven't eaten in a long time, right? But then also say that you get a cut or something, or you running and you're tired, and you running or you're doing something that makes you tired, then your body becomes even more hungry because it needs to replace and re-energize itself again. So when bad things happen to you in life, that's when you really become hungry as well, and especially if you haven't been praying and reading the Word.
So when does your spirit die?
When you, on the day of judgment, if you haven't done good enough for God.
Can I go?
Well, you got to go to the bathroom again.
Yeah.
Go ahead and go.
I think judgment is scary.
You said the day of judgment is scary. Well, that means you ain't been doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because I'm excited about it. I'm happy. I'm waiting for it. Only those that don't truly understand the day of judgment and what they're supposed to do in life, and then accept it and follow what they're supposed to do in life, would be scared or wouldn't care. They wouldn't care, or they would be scared. So you have to understand that it's not a bad time for those who follow what God said.
But Dad, do you think I'll go to heaven on the day of judgment?
I think you will, because you believe that Jesus died for our sins, right? And He rose again with all power. That God raised Him, and He is the Son of God, right? And that you accepted Him as your personal Lord and Savior, right? You go to Him with your problems, and when you're happy and anything, you pray to Him, right? Then yeah. And some of the things that He says to do is study His Word and praise Him always. and love others, and love God above everything else with all your strength, anything you can do. Like say, you chose not to do something for Him because you just didn't feel like it. Like, I don't really feel like it.
That doesn't matter.
Well, that's not with all your strength. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to go, like when He says, if someone forces you to walk a mile with them, go an extra mile with them. And in that, He's not only saying do more, and give more, but He's also saying do the opposite of revenge. Instead of getting back at them, that's because it's bad to get back at them. It's bad to avenge a wrong. Okay? So the complete opposite of that is actually going along with them. Like if, say, somebody steals from you, the bad thing to do would be to take revenge and steal back from them, right? Or do some other evil thing to them. But the good thing to do is to not worry about it and let God handle it and pray for them, right? But then, even more than that, is if you give them, and they weren't even expecting you to give them something because they actually did you wrong, they stole from you, but you do that to them, then a lot of times that would confuse them, and then they would probably be like, "What's up with this person? Why did they do that?" Like that would catch their attention, and then the possibilities from there are many. Like they could ask you why, and then they could have some change in their heart when you tell them that Jesus told us to do this and to love our enemies as well as our friends.
Have you ever done that?
Have I ever done that? You mean as far as going beyond, like not taking revenge and doing something good for them even though they did something bad to me?
Yeah, like don't do revenge. When they do something that you give them back. You did a band there.
Well, I've definitely taken revenge before when I was younger.
Oh.
But the thing you gotta realize is that a lot of people don't have people to tell them, this isn't what you should do, and this is what you should do, and then then there's people that you do have that tell them, but they don't tell them the right way. Then you have a situation where people do tell them the right way, and they don't tell them often enough, or still the right way. That's pretty. And then you have the situation where they are told the right way, and the person or the child just still doesn't want to listen. Then you have the situation, the perfect situation, where there's people to tell them the right way, and they follow and obey.
Dang, there's a lot of consequences.
A lot of different types of situations. Yeah, that's why. I mean, that's how even y'all's childhood right now is different than mine, because I didn't have my parents do this with me, and this is a very important part of our lives. I knew it was good to read the Bible and pray and stuff like that, but I didn't know that we were supposed to pray every day. I didn't know that until I was a teenager anyway. I didn't know that. And I didn't know that you're supposed to read the Bible every day until I was a teenager. And it was just a lot of stuff that was being left unsaid and being left. There was a lot of rules and boundaries and stuff that kept us safe from stuff, but it was still stuff that was not there as well.
So, I didn't know it took you a short time to
learn a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's taking y'all even shorter, because it's almost like a time machine or practicing. When you get a brand new game, right? It's your very first time. You go through the game, you make these mistakes, and you do this right, and you do this wrong. And then you go back again, and you do the same thing. And then it's almost like if you were to go over first grade stuff again, or third grade stuff again. You probably, every time you go over it, you would get better and better and better, right? So then, that's what we're supposed to be doing as parents.
Also,
every generation's supposed to get better and better, not worse and worse. And that's part of how you know that Jesus is not too far away from Jesus coming back on the day of judgment to get everybody.
But that's just hard.
Because that's how I know, but that's how the world is getting worse and worse. And that's one of the signs. And if you think about it, that matches to the wide road and gate, and many will pass through it to hell, and the narrow gate and shut up. Oh, she's learning about on Facing the Giants. where the football coach, the assistant coach, was talking about. He was saying that.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a few of us to go to heaven, relative to the number. Yeah, relative to the number of people on the earth. So there's gonna be a lot of people, but there's gonna be few relative to the whole number of people. Let's say it's 7 billion people, right? Now let's say 3 billion people went to heaven. That's a lot of people, right? But that's still less than half of the people that's on earth.
Yeah. That equals 10 billion. Wow.
Now I don't know the numbers, so I can't really say. I mean, it may even be more than half to go to heaven. But it's still going to be a lot of people going to hell, basically. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to that more than half or most people are going to go to hell or most people are going to go to heaven. I don't know how many people are going to go to heaven, but the road to get there is basically saying it's easy to get into hell, and it's hard to get into heaven. That's what he's basically saying, because it's easier to fit on the wider street, right? More people could fit on there. So it's easier to move around and do what you need to do what you want to do. But it's harder to fit on the skinnier path. And it's easier to fall off of it too. That's why you have to stay. You probably hear some people say, you got to stay prayed up or whatever. That means you have to stay in prayer. You have to stay reading the word. And you have to do it 24 hours every single day.
Wow.
But you have to remember and be prepared. Yeah, that's a good example too, because he didn't want to listen to his father. He was trying to keep him. He said, "Stay away from there. Don't go over there because there's bad stuff over there." He was like, "Man, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna be a king. I'm royalty. I should be able to do whatever I want to do." And imagine if Jesus said that. If he didn't humble himself and he had the same attitude as Simba, he would have got himself in trouble. He probably would have messed up our chance to get into heaven. But he understood that it wasn't about him and him being king, because he is. He's Lord of Lords, King of Kings, okay? But it wasn't about him. It was about him serving us and about him serving God through serving us. He came here to die for us. So when we have that same attitude, we can't fail, because it's not about us. If you remember that, you will be way ahead of everybody else. It's not about you. It's about God and serving others. Because he didn't. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't. You hear me, Ariana? Open the door some. If you can, like some. Okay, I was gonna say he didn't say. And then I said he didn't. Now I'm not saying that we shouldn't, but he didn't say love yourself, did he?
No.
When he said love God, the Lord your God, with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, and then love others as you love yourself. He didn't say love yourself, even though, it's implied in there. But he talked about God, serving God, and then serving others, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to remember that we're not here for ourselves. Now he did say, let me see, I'll find one of them, because he said it more than once.
You've been saying what he said quite a lot lately.
Because he did. That's what it all comes down to, what he said. And a lot of people don't remember that throughout the day. He said, remember, I read this a few days ago, delight yourselves in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Remember that? So that don't mean that you can't have stuff and be happy in this life. Because he will reward you for doing, but you still need to remember that you're here to serve him and you're here to serve others. That means serving others is helping them, right? And it is not helpful to others if you lead them towards sin, right? Is it?
No.
No. Like say,
I'm gonna be hopping in there.
Hopping in where?
in here.
Oh. Like a bunny or a kangaroo?
Like say somebody has a disease. Now, okay, let's go back to... No, I'll let you guess. I'll let you figure it out. Let's say somebody has a disease that to where... Hold on, she flushed the toilet. Now we gotta wait for it.
Bunny or kangaroo?
It's okay.
Boing, boing, or boing?
What if you just balance on the foot? Just take little hops, but take longer, short... I mean, more... A longer hops.
She needs help.
No, don't put your foot up like that. Stand like this. Like this. You stand like this.
I thought your foot felt better.
And then twist.
No, but it started hurting again.
Come on, guys. Okay. Hold up. Let's see if this is... Ready? Just walk on the... Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Hey, hold on. Just walk on the heel of the foot. So you can get through this part.
It stretches it and it hurts.
You'll come to rest one day.
Okay. One day, yep. Every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that Jesus Christ is Lord.
What if there was... What if actually
To the glory
there
of
was more
of God the Father. Okay.
What if actually there was more people, more than that's going to hell, that was going to heaven?
Then that's how it would be.
What if, since heaven is so big, it would never run out of room, right?
Ever.
He would make it as big as it needs to be, but I mean, it's like he knows, so he already has it set or whatever. And I don't know exactly the rules of the I can't say physics because it wouldn't be physical. I'll say metaphysics, I guess.
Metaphysics?
What's
It
a
sounds like
metaphysics?
you mixing metamorphosis and physics.
No, meta basically means beyond or change, past or something like that. Like it means like supernatural. There's natural, which is physical, and there's supernatural or metaphysical. You get it? Like morph or morphosis means to change.
Like
Meta means to basically go to the next step or whatever. Like it got from the larva and it changes to the butterfly and metamorphosizes.
What if a meta test and a pre-test?
No, it's a post test. You don't say meta.
Yeah.
Post is for after.
Okay, move. I forgot what I was going to ask now.
You remember it.
I'm going to try to read your brain and try to...
No, it wasn't your fault.
Just ask the Holy Spirit to bring it back to your remembrance. Bring it to your remembrance.
When I see you when it's hurt.
Okay, let me go back to what I was asking. What if somebody had diabetes or they were morbidly obese? You know what morbidly obese is? I mean, so fat that they have health problems that they could die. They could have a heart attack. They could do something. But
Like the guy?
and they were your friend. And listen.
Sorry.
And you invited them to come out to eat with you, right? But the place you were going to eat was an all-you-can-eat buffet. would that be helpful to them?
No.
So you would be sinning, right? Because you would be leading them to sin, right? And if you think about it, how are they sinning? Is it good to cut yourself?
No.
Is it good to bite yourself or burn yourself?
No.
Why not?
Because it hurts the body that God made, and it hurts you.
Okay, so what about causing yourself other health problems?
Because God wants
if you no, but saying what about doing those other things that causes you health problems? That's not good either, right?
No.
So if they know that they are to stay on a specific diet, and the diet means what you eat and how much you eat. So your diet you could be on a diet, and it could be all junk food. Just because somebody says I'm on a diet doesn't mean that it's healthy stuff. It's just the diet is just what you eat. Okay.
Guess what, Daddy?
What happened?
Did you remember what you was gonna say?
No, I'm gonna.
Is it about this?
Kind of what we said.
Is it going to lead to something else?
Just laughing.
Hurry up! You got 30 seconds.
You know how Sister Cheeks was talking about chalk and deodorant eating? That is her junk food, and that is her diet.
That's part of her diet. It ain't her diet, her whole diet. Okay. So, that wouldn't be helpful to them, right? If you were to invite them to an all-you-can-eat buffet, and you knew that they was like, ooh, pork chops, ribs,
I would get it for them.
Shrimp.
Ooh, you would eat all of it.
Cheesecake. Apple pie.
No, don't be looking at me. Look at her.
I'm looking at both of y'all because I'm talking to both of y'all.
Well, look at her because she likes to eat all that stuff.
You do too.
You just
only the
spit.
cheesecake
I won't try to.
and whatever.
I saw.
Okay. That was just an example of serving others or not serving others.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying? See, he put us on this earth to serve him and to serve others.
And then
And to have fun while doing it. So he's not saying that you can't have fun, but you have to have holy fun. When you say holy, something is holy, what does that mean?
It means it's about God.
Exactly. It's set apart for him. So that means your actions can be set apart for him. That means that you're doing it for him.
And
If we are holy, then that means we're supposed to be set apart for him, right? That means we shouldn't be into anything that's unholy, right?
Holier. We should be holy. We shouldn't be holy. Unholy. We should be holier.
If you're unholy, or opposite of unholy is holy. So you wouldn't be holier, you would just be holy. That's like saying God is perfect, but he can be better. If he's perfect, then there is no better.
Oh.
So if God is holy, then you can't be holy. He can't be holier.
Well, God made him so. Wait. He didn't. Right.
No, it goes beyond our understanding.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to understand it right now.
Can you?
Yes and no. I say yes because I understand it. I couldn't be able to understand it. So that shows how much I at least do understand about what there is to understand. But all I understand is that he always was, he is, and he always will be. So there is no beginning or end to him.
Dang. So he's not.
In time or space, he is everywhere, and he's every time.
Wait, did God make
So he
too?
He's.
But was space
The
before
creator.
Earth?
It had to have been if he created the heavens and the earth. Because in order for you to fill up a space, you have to have space first, right?
Yeah.
That's why they call it space. Space is emptiness. And you put something there, then it's called matter.
Put it over. Put it over. Put it back over.
What was you saying?
They say.
What were you saying?
So he's 1049, right?
No, he's not the time, but every time he is. That means he exists all the time.
Oh.
Like if you were to say, "Are you there, God?" and you would say, "I am."
What if he couldn't hear him?
Then that means he didn't say it to where you can hear him. He probably didn't say it at all. So even if he didn't say it, even if he didn't say it, that still means he didn't say it to where you can hear him because he didn't say it.
Can God think?
Yeah. He has conversations all the time.
So we can't speak to God freely?
You can.
I've tried before, but he didn't say anything.
What do you mean I've tried before, but he didn't say anything? No, you mean you did, and you didn't hear a response.
Yeah, because it was all quiet and everything.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how he works.
He doesn't talk any...
He does, but not anytime you want him to. It's when he's ready to. Because I know people that okay, listen to this, though. Listen to this.
Is this important?
Yeah.
Really?
Not only was he talking with somebody, but somebody that he wasn't talking to overheard the conversation. They heard him talking to the other person that he was talking to.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Just like if somebody hears you and me talking.
Like right now. I can hear you and I am talking about that cheesecake and ribs and...
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Okay, but anyways.
Anyway.
There was the mama. I think she was washing the dishes.
Mama.
And she was talking to Guy. He was talking back. And the daughter, she was in another room or something. And she thought that it was her daddy and her mama talking. And then she goes and looks and she doesn't see anybody. But I don't remember if the conversation was over by then or if she went and asked, who was you talking to or whatever. But I don't remember.
Is this a true story?
It's a true story, yeah.
Did you know these people?
It's my grandma and my auntie.
Really? Skitsy, I mean.
No, that's our auntie.
Yeah, that's your auntie, boy.
I just guessed.
You said what?
I just guessed.
Oh, you just guessed. Well, you didn't take an educated guess. You didn't think about it.
So it's your grandma and your auntie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I was like, oh.
Yeah. So, who was your auntie?
I only have two of them.
So, which one?
I only have two aunties.
Which one are your aunties?
Well, you have one right now.
Yeah.
Because, for a long time, I thought they were married because you're supposed to be married if you're living together and stuff. All that stuff's supposed to happen first. See, you're supposed to go through school, including college, and then you start your career and you get married and you get a house and all that stuff. But there's other parts to that when you don't just do like everybody. It's okay. Let me see. Remember when God said, well, I'll say Jesus, like specifically Jesus, because that is God, but
Like the Trinity?
He's God the Son. But when He said,
One with a son.
the ways of this world are not the same as the ways of the kingdom, right? You said we are up in this world, but not of this world, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know what you meant.
He's the king.
So we're supposed to live
King of the
the way that of the people in God's kingdom would live, right?
Yeah.
So that means we don't go out to parties and smoke and do all the other drugs and stuff and cuss and stuff, right? Or we don't talk back to our parents, or we don't act disrespectful to other people, right? No matter how old they are, and do all that other stuff, and we don't. What is it? But it's basically the way that the world does stuff is backwards. Not every single thing, but a lot of it. Now, before I continue, what were you gonna say?
But you can still like go to different parties as long as there's that, right?
It depends on what's going on at the party. So I guess as long as there's nothing bad, but you have to really assess. You have to assess the situation. You have to analyze what is actually going on, because it could be no drugs, no cussing, no fighting, right? But it could still be bad stuff there. The party could be based on like demonic things, or
bad movies,
or that too, yeah. Just other bad stuff. I mean, it can be stuff that you don't even know is bad. It could sneak in there, like that's the perfect way. That's the perfect way for that. That's how Satan does stuff. Just like he did the same thing with Adam and Eve. He stuck in there somehow. He made something that we know God said is evil look like it's not bad, and then do it. Like when I say you shouldn't read this book or read this book, because I see stuff about it that even if it's little stuff, it'll make a small hole in the defense or the integrity of your relationship with God, and and then that small hole can become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and we don't need to have any holes at all. Now, what were we going to ask or say?
I was going to say, whenever you look up at Javier and on that little shiny part on your eye right there.
Oh, this?
It makes it look like you have like a blue makeup.
Look at me. What? I don't.
Okay, nothing. Don't worry about it. Ain't even nothing about what we talking about right now.
Use the microphone again so we can hear you loud.
You can use it.
Okay. Let's play the Bible
The microphone don't make me louder. Oh, I gotta plug this up.
Let's play the Bible game.
Hold on. Let me finish explaining.
Explain it.
Oh, you can help me with my Bible Bowl questions too.
Yeah, we can go over that next. Let me do this because it's a bunch of different things that I've a bunch of different topics I've talked about, and they all relate to each other somehow, but I want to kind of put it together. But not right now, or today or anything, but just like eventually.
So you're going to finish that?
Finish what? What are you talking about? Just hold on.
Oh. Stop it. Overhead projector. Transparencies 12. Driver's markers for recording store.
Even I can hardly hear you.
So, you have to talk louder into it in order for it to do that. So it's not the microphone that actually makes you louder. You just have to talk louder for it to vibrate.
Dang, 10:58. Wow, we've been doing this for about 2 hours. We've been feeding our chickens for 2 hours.
You said 10:58. Okay. I guess we can get closer to lunch time.
Judge. Each district should have one judge. Coaches. Each district should have one coach. At the convention, Monday morning, sign up team, coaches, judges, coaches.
Okay, who remembers what we were talking about last? We were talking about how the ways of this world are backwards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions?
Like, and how, we were talking about how Satan twists things and gets you to see things differently than what God has. So, when God first made us, he set certain rules, right? And then somehow, for some reason, the first two people decided to listen to Satan
But they didn't know it was him.
and go against God. Let me show you. They knew it was him.
No.
Okay, no, I can't say for sure they knew it was him, but they knew that whatever it was, no matter what, see, it shouldn't matter who it is. If it goes against God, what He says, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't agree with it. And that's what they did. They agreed with it.
Stop using the microphone.
It's okay.
I have a question. From here. Okay. Where did Paul go after leaving Athens? Hey, we're learning
I
about
think he went
Athens.
to after Paul left after Athens. Jerusalem?
No. I didn't even know Athens was still around during that time. I thought it had all disappeared.
What are you talking about? How can it disappear? How can something disappear? You mean just the name change? That can happen. But something can't disappear. It has to go somewhere.
Stop it.
You trying to get down? Are you trying to get down?
Yes.
Then let somebody know. That's how she hurt her foot last night.
Excuse me.
That's why she hopping around now.
The answer is Corinth.
Corinth. Not Corinth. Corinth.
Corinth.
Those are Corinthians. That's where the Corinthians are from.
Man, I forgot that. Look, I now remember it. Oops, sorry.
What two apostles?
Hold on.
What? Music band to there. The blonde man.
You just say the sick man.
The music band. Dun, 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 dun.
Issues for both of you.
Daddy, Ariana, read the
Okay.
rest of the
Hold up. Dang.